Hey everyone, it's Daniel Brother Barbaris. In this next video, we're going to be working on the Start menu, the Taskbar, and AppLocker. I had a question in video 4 by Smoke Sauce. He says, I just thought I'd let you know that these MDT guides for Windows 11 deployment are amazing and have helped me so much. I was wondering if you could make another guide related to this, being group policy configuration specifically for Windows 11 23H2. The goal I wish to achieve is to apply certain start menu layouts to specific user groups from AD, or restricts access to certain apps to those users. For example, I wish to remove things like Terminal, Microsoft Store, Command Prompt, PowerShell, and the Windows Settings app on student profiles, but have them allowed on staff and admin profiles. Just wasn't sure how to do this as the XML method on Windows 10 doesn't work for Windows 11. You're right, Smoke Sauce. It no longer does work in Windows 11. They have now a start to binary file. This was after 22H2, so I'll show you how that works. If you're able to find a working solution to this and post a guide, that would be a lifesaver. Thanks. He also says, I forgot to mention that the company I'm currently working for wants to avoid me using Intune for this, as they don't want to buy more licenses. Understood. So I've been stuck scratching my head to make it work solely from group policy. I did read somewhere something about creating an assigned access XML config and then incorporating this into a P package. Not really sure how it works though, or how to make it work with only group policy, as I noticed that despite having the ADMX files installed, a lot of the settings simply didn't really do anything on Windows 11. For example, the GPO that's supposed to disable Microsoft Store only disables it like 30 seconds after a user logs in. So this sounds like it's not waiting for the network to be available before it applies group policy, and we're going to fix that. They can simply just relog to use it again, and any apps they manage to install within those 30 seconds they can use. Yeah, that would be a nightmare, I'm sure. So let's get started. That one is going to be always wait for the network at computer startup and log on. We're going to fix these, okay? So first things first, let's go to our domain controller. All right, let's log in. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure when you go to your Active Directory users and computers, make sure that your users are separated into OUs. So let's say you have your staff accounts, your student accounts, or if you've named them like me, administrative or general use, just make sure that they are separated because we're going to be using these OUs. And also under clients, we're going to make sure that our member servers and clients are separated because we're only going to be applying this to client computers. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's start up group policy. Okay. We're going to maximize this. And I'm going to right click on our default domain policy and click edit. I'll maximize this. And then we'll go to our administrative templates under policies, go to system, and then group policy. We're going to click on settings so that we can sort this. And then we're going to look for configure user group policy loopback processing mode. Okay. So let's go down here. There we are. Okay, these are the two settings that we're going to fix your delays. Okay, and then this is going to be merge. Click OK, and we're good there. Now let's go to log on. Okay, and we're going to look for always wait for the network at computer startup and log on. Enabled. Click OK, and we can close this window. Now we're going to create a few group policy objects. We're going to create one called General Use Accounts Block Applications, General Use Accounts Taskbar, Administrative Accounts Taskbar, and Client AppLocker Rules. Now you can change this to student accounts if you'd like, and you can change this to your teachers or admins, whatever you want to call that. Okay, so let's click on Group Policy Objects, right click, New. I'm going to highlight this here on line 43, copy, Control V to paste. Let's do that to all 4 of these. New, paste, new, paste, and AppLocker rules, paste. There we are. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to right click on general use accounts, block applications. You can extend this so you can see better. Click edit, maximize that window. And we're going to go down to user configuration, policies, administrative templates, go to control panel, and we're going to click on control panel and then sort this as well. And we're going to say prohibit access to control panel and PC settings. Double click, enabled, and OK. Now we're going to go down here to system, and we're going to say don't run specific Windows applications. Move this up, enabled, click show, and we're going to double click in this window, and I'm going to type in order PowerShell.exe, tab key, PWSH, which is for PowerShell 7, tab, PowerShell underscore ISE.exe, tab, Windows Terminal.exe, tab, WT, which is also Windows Terminal, WinStore.app.exe, tab, System Settings.exe, regedit.exe, and regedt32.exe, tab, and OK. Then OK. Now we're going to prevent access to the registry editing tools. Click enabled, leave this as default, you're good. Prevent access to the command prompt, enabled, OK. Now we're going to go down here to user configuration policies, security settings. There we are. And we're going to click, then right click on our software restrictions, new software restriction policy. You'll see additional rules here. Double click on that. Okay. And then I'm going to click and right click and new path rule. And this is going to be for the Windows Store path, which has an asterisk just in case the version changes in the future. We're going to, security level is going to be disallowed. Click OK. And then for Windows Terminal, we're going to do the same thing right here. Security level disallowed. OK. And now we're going to go to our administrative templates again. We're going to go down to policies, Windows components, and we're going to go down to the store. And we're going to click only display the private store within Microsoft Store. Click enabled. OK. And then turn off the store application. Enabled. And OK. We can close this window. Now I'm going to click, then right click on WS002, which is one of our Windows 11 enterprise machines we deployed. Click on snapshot, and we're going to take a snapshot so that we can roll it back after we're done with our tests. So we're going to call this policy test, take snapshot, and then we're going to power on the machine. I'll come back when that's at the logon screen. Okay, we're back. So let's click on the screen, Control Alt Insert, and we'll log in as our enterprise ADM account. Okay, we're going to right click on Start, go to Terminal Admin. We'll wait for our VMware tools to load up. We can double click here to expand that, maximize. And what we're going to do here is we're going to create a folder in our MDT share called Start Menu and Taskbar. We're going to then create a folder on our desktop called Windows 11 and one inside called Default. We're going to set the remote registry service to auto-delayed start, and we're going to start the remote registry service. And the reason why we're going to do that is when we go to our domain controller and we set up some of the group policies, we're going to be grabbing the registry keys from this machine. Okay? And then we're going to open up our security policy manager. All right? So I'm going to copy from 148 up to 144. Right click, copy and paste. Click paste anyway. There we are. You can see the remote registry service is starting. then secpol.msc, and there we are. Now we're going to expand application control policies, expand AppLocker, then we're going to click on and right click our packaged app rules, create new rule, next, deny, select, domain users, check names, okay, next. We're going to use an installed package app as a reference. Click on the select key. And this one we're going to select our Microsoft Store. So give that a moment. We can click on application to sort that. And you'll see Microsoft Store right here. Click OK and click create. You'll see our deny for my Windows Store. We're going to do this two more times because we're going to select settings and then our terminal. So right click one more time, create new rule, next, deny, select, domain users, check names, okay, next, select, give that a moment to come up, sort by application, look for settings, click OK, and create. And one more time. This is for our terminal. So right click, create new rule, next, deny, select, domain users, check names, OK, next, select, sort by application. You can actually move this over a little bit so you can see it better. Okay, and we're going to look for our Windows terminal. There we are. Click, OK, and create. Now you can see all three of our denies are good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on AppLocker, right click Properties, and we're going to make sure that package app rules are configured and that they're enforced. Okay, OK, close local security policy. And now what we're going to do is we're going to export that policy to an XML file that we can then import onto our domain controller. So copy, right click, paste, press enter, and you can see it right here on the desktop. So now what we'll do is right click, run. We're going to go to our domain controller desktop for our user. Press enter. There we are. Right click, cut, and paste. There we are. You can close that. Now we're going to go to domain controller. We're going to right click on client AppLocker rules, edit. We can maximize this. Go to computer policies, Windows settings, security settings. We're going to expand our application control policies. And you should see the AppLocker there as well. So expand that. We're going to click, then right click AppLocker, import policy. We're going to go all the way to the top to desktop. You'll see our AppLocker XML. Yes. OK. Then we're going to expand that one more time. We're right here just so you're aware. We're going to right click, then configure rule enforcement. Make sure it's configured and enforced. We're just verifying that. Click OK, and then click on packaged app rules and make sure that all three are still there. Windows Terminal, Windows Store, and our immersive control panel. You can close this window. We're going to expand lab. Okay. We're going to click, then right click on clients, link an existing GPO, client AppLocker rules. Okay. We're going to expand users. We're going to click on general use accounts, right click, link an existing. We're going to click on general use accounts block applications. And then we're going to do that one more time for Taskbar. Then we'll click on administrative accounts, right click, link an existing GPO. Administrative Accounts Taskbar, OK, and we can now close Group Policy Management. We're going to shift and delete the file so that it doesn't go to our recycle bin. And now what we're going to do is going to right click and we're CMD GP update force. Give that a few moments and exit. Now we're going to go back to our workstation 002. Okay. Start. And what we're going to do is we're going to right click settings. We're going to unpin this from the start. The reason we're doing this is we're setting up our default start menu and taskbar for our deployments, and this will be what's set up from MDT. Okay, so we're going to go down to our taskbar down here. We're going to uncheck or unpin the store app and unpin our taskbar terminal. There we go. Now what we'll do is we'll right click on start, go to terminal admin, and we're going to copy some files. We're going to create a new directory, and we're going to then copy that start bin folder where we want it. Okay, so let's copy from 313 all the way up to 308. There we go. Paste anyway, and exit. And this way, if you go into our Windows 11 folder under default, you'll see our start2.binary file. We're good to go. Let's copy this path for our share. And then we're going to cut that folder and paste it into our share, and we're good. You can close that Explorer window. Let's go back to DC01. We're going to go to Start, Group Policy Management. And now we're going to go to our General Use Accounts Taskbar. So you can expand this, right click, edit. We'll maximize that window. We're going to go to User Preferences, Windows Settings. We're going to click, then right click Registry, and New Registry Wizard. Okay, and then click on another computer, WS002. Remember, we set up our remote registry service so we can talk to that machine. Next, click HKey_users. You'll see our user SID right here. Click on that. Software, Microsoft. Go down to Windows, current version, Explorer, and then we're going to go to our task band. On the favorites, you're going to click that checkbox, click Finish, and then we're going to expand this. We're going to go all the way down to task band here. Click on that, double click Favorites, click, then right click in Value Data, then right click again and copy, cancel. We'll click, then right click Registry Values, Wizard Value, delete, then right click Registry, New Registry Item. Under Value Name, we're going to type Favorites. We'll go to Value Type, reg_binary. We'll paste that value we copied. Under Action, we'll click Replace, and then we're going to copy the key path right there. Control V, go to the Common tab, apply once and do not reapply. We only want that applying once. That way the user can change their taskbar and start menu afterwards. Okay, so apply, okay, and we're good to go there. All right, now what we're going to do, we're just going to close this window. We're going to go to Administrative Accounts, and this time we're going to right click and go to the taskbar portion. We'll maximize here, and then we'll go change our taskbar again. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a few apps. Okay, so click on All Apps. We're going to go down to Settings, right click, More, Pin to Taskbar. We'll go down to the Terminal, right click, more, pin to taskbar, and one more. We're going to do the Microsoft Store, more, pin to taskbar. And this will be our default layout for our administrators. Okay, so we'll go back to DC01, and we've already got this open, so we're going to go and do the same thing we did, but now that that registry key is changed, we'll be able to export that as well. So we're going to go down to Preferences, Windows Settings, Registry, right click, New, Registry Wizard, another computer, WS002, Next. We're going to go H key users, go to our same SID, Software, Microsoft, go down to Windows, Current Version, go down to Explorer, and Task Band, and Favorites. Finish. We're going to expand this, and we'll go all the way down to Task Band again. Double click Favorites, click, then right click in Value Data, select all, right click Copy, Cancel, right click on Registry Wizard Values, delete, right click on Registry, New, Registry Item, type Favorites, replace, reg binary, paste the value, copy the key path, place that here, common, apply once and do not reapply, apply, and OK. And now close the window. We're going to go back to our workstation 002, right click, power, shut down guest, and we're just going to revert that back as if we hadn't changed anything. Okay? Right click, snapshot, revert to snapshot policy test. Yes. Then right click, snapshot, snapshot manager, click on policy test, delete, and close. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our MDT server, Control Alt Insert, and what we're going to do is we're going to add the ability to copy that default start to binary file to the default profiles when we deploy a Windows 11 23H2 machine. Okay, so let's click Start, Deployment Workbench. Give that a moment. We'll expand our task sequences, expand a Client Enterprise, double click on Windows 11 Enterprise 23H2, go to the Task Sequences area, go all the way down to State Restore, and where you see Install PowerShell 7, we're going to click Add, General, Run Command Line. We're going to copy this Copy Default Start menu, and then from cmd.exe to the /e, we're going to paste that there. Options, continue on error, and then what we'll do is we'll click on Remove Applications, and you'll see it changes the name. Click Apply, OK, and we can actually close that now. And now we're going to power on our workstation 002 again, and we'll show you how this works. We'll log in with first our enterprise admin account, and then we'll log in with our general use account, and I'll show you how it will block the applications, and I'll be back when that's done. Okay, and we're back, so let's log in, Control Alt Insert. We'll log in with our ADM account. And give that a moment. Okay, and you can see it already loaded our default taskbar. So what we'll do is we'll click on the store. There we go, that loads up. We're going to close that. I'm going to right click on terminal. Okay, but I'm actually going to do this on the, if I click on the terminal on the taskbar, there we go. I'm going to copy this. Now you don't have to do this. This is just, I want to set that start binary file for the normal account that I have on the computer. Okay, there we are. And now what I'll do is I'm going to right click, run, type CMD, and you'll see I can open up everything just fine. So I'm going to log off, and now we're going to log in with that general use account. Okay, Daniel.Barris. There we go. This is a non-ADM account. Okay, and you'll see the start menu only has those two icons. There's no settings here. All right, so if I go to all apps and I try to start the Microsoft Store, you'll notice it doesn't start up, but you can start it up. You click it one more time, it'll say try that again, page could not be loaded, right? Please try again later. Eventually this will get to a point where it actually says that Microsoft Store is blocked. Check with your IT or system administrator. So that's good. All set there. That's why I said to click it twice. Okay. And then we can go all apps. Let's go to PowerShell 7. Click. Oh, not opening, right? Go to settings. Nothing. Then we'll go to terminal. There we go. You can see it doesn't do anything. Now what we're going to do is we're going to right click on start, go to run, type CMD, and you see the command prompt has been disabled by your administrator. Okay, so we can press any key, press the space bar, and that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that helps you out, and I'll see you in the next one.